Greetings, Greywitch here. So welcome back to Greenhorn Farms. So we have a lot to do today, but first what I want to do is show everything that I've upgraded since my tour of the farm, because I have done quite a bit since then. It's been about a week in real time. So I've upgraded the case from the New Holland. I downgraded the Fendt to a 1050 because I did not like the tank treads. I've also upgraded to the Hulk. I got rid of the MAN TGS. It was too unstable, and this is a lot more stable for driving. I have to replace my harvester. It is on its last legs, so we need to get that replaced, hopefully by the end of this episode. Still got that. I bought the front loader, $60,000, real cool, trying that out. I've upgraded one of my trailers from the Argoliner to this one. Big help. Let's see. I also upgraded my seeder to this big, huge honking one. And that's a big help too because it fertilizes. And oh yes, this Bradal fertilizer spreader. I have sold the other stuff off. I'm just going with solid fertilizer. It works a lot better. It's pretty cool. Oh, and I've also upgraded to square bales. So I've got all the stuff that I need for that. The baler, picker upper, and wrapper. So I got all of that stuff taken care of. That's pretty much it. So that's all the stuff I've gotten since the tour video. So now what we're going to do is get this harvest going, because also, let's get this started. I've also bought fields 9 and 10. So I've been pretty busy since the tour video. So I own this whole huge chunk of land. My plan is to buy 21, and that's where we're going to customize the farm, add all the extra stuff and stuff like that. So let's click on this. That is $281,000, and I only have 260 something. So we got to make some money. So the easiest way to do that is to sell off the seed that I already have stored in the silos, which is quite a bit because I've been doing quite a bit of harvesting. So while we're selling off, I might as well harvest all the soybeans that I've got in the fields right now. So I've got pretty much every field filled with soybeans except for 19 and 20, which has sunflower. So get this over here, crank this up, get this moving. So we'll get a helper started out in the field, and then I'll run sale missions. Well, sale trips. Let's grab my big, huge header here. We'll fold this up. It's not really going to have to travel with it because I'm on my own property. Fold that up. Unfold the harvester. Ooh, I almost hit my own trailer. I'll have to find a better place for that. It's like right in the way. Alright, so let's head for field 10 and we'll get this cranked up. As you can see, there's been a lot of stuff that's changed. The baling stuff is all moved. I moved that over to a completely new area after I bought field 10, which has been a big help. There we are, ready to harvest. Make sure there's no traffic coming. Cut over right here. Yep, you can see right there all the bales. This is my new little baling area. That's pretty cool. Works out pretty good. We'll look at it more in just a few minutes. Check this out after I get this set up running. So regardless of which way I set this guy up, he's going to leave tiny little bits on the end, so I'm just going to go ahead and run it this way. That way it'll give me more time. So I'll set this up, get this running, and then we'll run over and grab the trailer, stage that, and then start doing some sailing. Alright, he's all set up and ready to roll. Jump out of here. Oh no. Let's check this out. First person's pretty cool. Now let's get out of here. Go look at the baling stuff. Right over here. So I got some silage bales that I use for sales. It's a lot easier doing the square bales. I don't have to deal with them running around and rolling off all over the place. It's so much easier. It takes longer to do the square bales, but it is so much easier. It's so much worth it. And then I got some regular old just grass bales because I'm going to need these for the horses and the sheep, I believe. I wasn't quite sure, but besides, just went ahead and started making some. That way, in case I need them, I'll have them. If not, I'll just sell them off. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to need for the animals. I've never had any of them. I don't really know what I need. So it's all going to be a learning experience. Now, I put this road in right through here. This was a big help, too. Some more landscaping than I did. Came right back to this woods. Actually planted more trees than I cut down, but it looks pretty cool. I dig it. I like the landscaping aspect of it. It's too bad that it's expensive because you can go through some money fast doing landscaping. And since I'm going to have to do landscaping to the new field, that's one of the reasons why I'm going to need to sell off a bunch of crop to make a bunch of money. So, get this trailer staged for the helper and then start running some sales. Grab this Fendt 1050. Now I'll go grab my new trailer. So now I'll be able to put 2 dumps from that harvester into one of these trailers, so I won't have to run back and forth as often. So that's a big help. Back this up. Hey, not too bad. Hook that up, and we'll take this over and stage it so it'll be close. So much quieter inside the cab than riding around on the outside. First person is so much cooler too. My favorite part about it is if you look at the rearview mirrors, they actually work. When I turn, you can see, that I'm actually turning. It's not like a fake mirror. I wish we had these mirrors in other games. If I had this in GTA, it'd be much cooler. But alas, we do not. So, come over here, stage this, so it'll be ready for when he's ready to do a dump. Alright, somewhere in here should be out of the way. Alright, so let's run back over to the farm and get in the other trailer. Now I really dig this semi, the Lizard Hulk deal. Its turning radius is a lot worse than the MAN TGS, because you could take some really tight turns with that, but this is a lot more stable and I need this. So because I was jackknifing the trailer all the time trying to make real quick turns, and it was a nightmare. I was scared I was going to flip it. If you flip something over in this game, there's no wiggle it till you get it right. You got to go get some other equipment and flip it, or you got to go onto your screen and hit reset, and you lose stuff, and it's a nightmare. So it's best to just be safe. Take the cover off, come over here, and we're going to fill this thing up. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell off all the canola first, because I have the most of that. See what that gets us, and then if we need more, we'll sell off more. Go. Let's fill this up. So I got a little bit of wheat and oats for the chickens and the horses, so hopefully that'll help out. I'm sure I'm going to need a lot more than what I've got, but it's a good part to start off with. That way I don't have to buy anything. So fill this up. This holds 59,000 liters, and this is usually how I'll do all my sales. Sometimes I'll just do one sale of the truck, but since I need so much cash, I'm going to be doing a bunch of them. So where we need to go with this, looks like Port Southeast has the best price. Alright, so that's where we're going, and that is all the way down here. Alright, so let's cover it up and take a trip. And it's kind of weird driving in this thing in first person. If you notice, it seems like the truck hood slants off real quick to the right. I don't know, it just looks weird, and it seems like I want to hold the camera right about there. It just doesn't feel right though. It seems like it's off. It could just be me, but that's just something I've noticed. Alright, so we are on our way for our first sale. And it's not too bad driving this. Like I said, it takes wide turns, but other than that, it's not too bad. Make this left. And yeah, I'm going to cut through the wrong side, but as long as there's no cars coming, you know, who cares? And you can like, you know, well, you could turn the cars off. Well, I don't want to do that because the cars are my adversaries. Because there's nothing else really in this game that's an adversary. So I got to have like the cars and stuff like that, you know, just to have a bad guy to be mad about. So I keep the cars on just for that. And trust me, they will piss you off. Especially if you get stuck somewhere. They'll just get up right behind you and just lay on the horn. Oh yeah, it's pretty annoying. They're real cool with the helpers, but they don't. With you, they don't care. Ah, roundabout. I hate taking roundabouts. Trucks. See, I always get up on the curb if I try to do it in first person. See, I love them in cars, but in a truck, it's just horrible. Alright. So let's kick this out. Go in here so I can deliver this. Alright. Cut that out. My phone rang. Forgot to have my phone muted. Sorry. So anyway, we got this. Dump this out. See how much cash we're gonna make. Should be a pretty good bid. I mean, it wasn't a really good price, but it was a decent price. It's pretty good. $138,000. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Alright, so what I'm going to do is run a bunch more of these until I've got what I think is going to be a necessary amount of money. So it's going to be quite a bit of money that I'm going to need. Probably close to $1 million just to start off this first bit. So I will continue to do this since it's just repetitive, and then I will come back. Alright, so I am on my way back because I forgot that I had a helper in the field. I just, you know, totally forgot about him, and then I saw that it was, you know, negative $283, so he's just been sitting there this whole time. And I'm like, I got to get back over there and get him going. So we're going to park this real quick, get him set back up before it just costs me money for him sitting there, and run over there. Get the harvester unloaded so he can continue on, and I'm not just paying him to sit there. I can kind of do this. I could do it better with the AgriLiner in first person. I'm going to have to switch over to do it with this one because this trailer is higher in the back. Yep. Alright, so let's fill this up with soybeans. Get that rolling. Alright, alright. So I can fill this up twice before I need to take this to my silo. So I should be able to get a few more sale runs in before he needs to be unloaded again. Hopefully. So close to full. I'm definitely going to have to tidy up this field. I can see some spots that he's already left. Little chunks down there. Alright, so park this off to the side. And run back, do some more sale missions. Alright, so I've got quite a few sales done. Got $959,000. So now we're going to buy Field 21 and start doing some landscaping. Let's come over here. And it's going to be pretty cool. Alright, so let's click on this. Where am I at? Alright. So click on that. Alright, that's what I own. This is what I want to buy. And buy it. Yes. Almost $300,000, but we have expanded once again. Alright, so now I can landscape this property. So this part's where it's going to get real crazy. I'm going to start throwing money out the window fast. So let's come over to the landscape tool and start this up. So I'm going to want to split this field about halfway, probably a little bit more in half. So I'm going to make this brush huge, and I'm going to start flattening this out so I can put stuff. Now I know at first that this is going to look kind of real chinky, so you're going to have to stay with me till the end to see the final results, because at first it never looks good. And if you look at the counter right now, I am just dumping cash. So something you might want to do before you do this on your own farm is to create another farm, maybe throw down the cash mod and stuff like that, and practice on another farm before you ever try to do this on your own farm, because there's no going back. Once you click the button, it's final. You have spent the money. So make sure you know what you're doing before you start messing with this thing, because it is easy to mess up a farm. So you definitely want to practice some before you take this. Start doing stuff to your own farm, because if you put a big hole or a huge something that you can't get rid of, it's gonna really bum you out. So definitely practice makes perfect with this tool. So now I got me a big huge plateau kind of thing going on. Let me spin this out over here. Like I said, I know it looks jinky right now, but don't worry, the end result will be really cool. I hope. I've practiced this already one time, so hopefully it will look very close to what I've practiced. Sometimes it doesn't happen that way because it's just the way the tool works. It'll jump a little bit some way and you're like, well, I guess I'm going that way now. But that's kind of the way this tool works. Alright, I am down to almost $300,000 and all I've got is the plateau built. So I'm going to have to do some stuff before I run out of cash. Just edge this up real quick. Kind of make it a straight edge. You don't want to make everything too square, because in nature there's not too many natural squares, stuff like that. So you want to make it odd shaped. The more irregularity you have to it, the more natural it'll look. I know I'm saying that and then just squaring off this entire ledge, but I'm going to change it up when it's done, so you're going to see. Alright. I know right now it looks kind of like a Minecraft cliff, but it'll get there, it'll look cool. I'm just trying to work it all out right now. Get it all to a good starting point. Once I get this rectangle up, it'll be pretty cool. Now I'm going to have to lower a couple of spots where the entrances are. Making sure everything's good. Nothing like that. That's good. So over here, we're going to have to do some lowering. So I'll be able to drive a vehicle up here. So lower this down a little bit. I'll probably have to do this much more of this later. So let's bring this down a bit. Because the smooth tool will help out a lot, but it's not a perfect fix-all. I'm down to under 300,000 now. Don't want to do too much more because I still want to place some stuff so I know exactly where I'm working with. Alright. Drop this low spot over here. See how this will work out. Alright. That's kind of what I'm going for. Oh, cool. Alright, so before I run completely out of cash, let's place some coops and stuff first. So let's switch over, put put the large chicken coop in. So I'll put this up in this corner. So then kind of like that. Kind of square it up neat. Make sure I don't have anything that I need to get to close to the edge. Nah, perfect. Alright, let's do the sheep. Large enclosure, because that's going to be the most expensive one. So, do I want it here? No. Yeah, I'll put it over here. So we got the sheep shed. That should be fine right there. Perfect. So now let's put down the horses. Oh, I'm out of cash. Okay, so I'm going to have to do some more sales. Well, that's a bummer. Alright, so I'm down to $40,000. Let's go do some more sales. Jump off this giant cliff that I have built. And let's go make some more money. So I'll jump in here, sell off a bunch more crop, and then I'll be back with more cash. So let's take this up. Selling sunflowers this time. Completely out of canola. So we should make a bit more money with this. The prices aren't really that good right now, of course, because I need the money. If I didn't need the money, the prices would be outstanding. To make this turn in here. If I do it just right, I'll be able to hit that sign. Ah, excellent. I've almost got about every one of those cleared out in this map. I keep trying, but somebody keeps putting them back up. Alright, so we'll sell this off. Should make a little bit more than what I was making with canola. Seems to be a lot better. Can't beat that. It's about 10,000 more, maybe not, somewhere in there. A couple thousand more. Alright, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to sell that until I need kind of the cash. Alright, so I am back with cash. Let's get this thing much better looking. So, thinking about it now, I'm going to lower this area in the front completely down. So, let's get rid of the expensive stuff first. Because every time I do this, it just takes off chunks of cash. Every time I hit the button. And sometimes it builds stuff you don't want, or you go too low and you gotta fix it. That just eats up more cash. Oh, I went too low. Oh, now I gotta fix it. Oh, like I'm saying, you go too low, you gotta fix it. Alright, well, that's just gonna have to be part of it now, because it looks like everything's trying to get crazy. I can come up a little bit further into that. Alright, let's start smoothing some of this out and see what we got. So once you start smoothing it out, it takes away some of those straight edges and starts to make it a little bit better. And we'll get you, at least let you know what you're working with. Smooth all of this out. Get where I can get. Because I'm going to need to be able to drive vehicles up to where my pins are at. And right now, it looks like it will be very difficult. So, I want to smooth this out to an angle that I can get it in the best I can. The smoother tool is your friend. It's one of the ones that's the most forgiving. Some of those other ones in there, especially raise and lower, oh man, they can cause some damage to a map. Some of this. I know I'm going to have to do some more editing. Trying to keep it as cheap as possible. Keep going right here. I'm probably going to have to bring that down. It's just too bumpy. I want it to be a little bit smoother of a road coming in. So I'm probably going to have to edit this down a little bit more. I don't want to take all the sharp edges off because I kind of want to make it look like it's cut out of cliff. Or cut out of rock. Has some cliff edges there. I'll show you that when we get into the painting part of this. Let's do the Bob Ross part. You get to be a three-dimensional Bob Ross. It's actually pretty cool. I actually dig this part a lot. And I've just played on maps, just creating farms and stuff like that. I thought about actually doing some videos on it and stuff, but we really need more mods because there's only a limited few things you can do. It's more of a thing you can do better on PC right now. Once they get more mods and stuff like that for console, it'll be a lot cooler building some of these farms. And as the mods come out, I'm going to continuously add stuff too. So I'll lower this chunk right here, kind of step-like. Get rid of this high spot. So if you do the raising and lowering parts in steps, it makes it easier for the smoothing. But it's still something you really got to play with. Okay, starting to look a little better. If I can get this filled in with some smoother. Hit it with the smoother. Alright. Just spin this camera around so I can see the angles from the other side. Still just eating cash up, but it's not too bad. It's not as bad as it was the first round. Trying to get rid of some of these lumps. Okay, that's looking a lot better. Smooth that out. It's going to be a kind of a weird hill right there on that one side, but I don't think I can do anything about that without messing it up. So just going to keep going with it. Let it roll. Spin this around. That way I can use the sun to see what the shadows are doing. That'll help you out a lot too to get rid of stuff if the sun's in the right place. Knock out some of these dips and valleys and stuff. Smooth them over a little bit more. Don't like that one spot going up the hill, but I think there's much more I can do to that. Might be able to smooth it out a little bit. Yep, that's looking a little bit better. Looking less Minecraft. Alright, smooth out some of this stuff over here. See, I might turn this edge over here, this into a road here. It's probably not going to be right now, but it probably will be later. So I want to have it the ability that I could possibly drive up that. And I'm going to need to be able to get down there to get the water. So smooth all this in. So far looking pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with it. Once we get into painting, it's really going to start taking shape fast. So, Helper A has completed their task. Groovy. Alright, so let's get into painting. Start doing some rock to make this look like a cliff face. Just make the paintbrush smaller, and then we're just going to start just hitting all these little edges. Like that, to make it look like rock or a cliff. Just keep doing that. Painting is a lot cheaper than sculpting, so you can have a lot more fun with that. It's a little bit more forgiving too, because you can always just go right back over it with the color you covered it up with, or whatever you need to do. Let's make that look like that. Come over here and get this edge. Get that real quick. Might leave it now. Yeah, go ahead and do it right now. Get this like this. And we should be good. Just come all the way down. That looks pretty cool. I'm going to change this up a little bit, add some dirt and some grass to it, just so it doesn't look like one solid rock cliff. I'll give it some textures and some other stuff, you'll see. Gotta be real careful with this though. It's just the slightest little jump and you can hit the wrong area. Alright, that looks pretty good. So now let's switch over to the half grass. Oh no, let's do the regular grass first to fill in the top. Some of the spots at the top I want to bring over the edge like that, to where it looks like the grass is overgrowing. And then some of the spots I want to just have where it just comes up to the edge. It looks pretty cool like that. Plus I'm going to add some dirt and stuff to it. You'll see. Alright. Let's do this all along the edge and the top here. And then we'll do something similar along the bottom. Let's get that going. That's pretty cool. Alright. Same thing over here. Let's fill it in. Remember, it doesn't have to be all symmetrical. The more irregular it is, the better it'll look. I mean, you know, make it look neat, but don't go too far with it. Have a lot more fun with it that way. As I say that, as I go back and completely square it up and fill it in. Alright, it's looking pretty good. Let's change over to half dirt. Or no, do the other rock. Add some extra tones in. Because there's two colors of rock. You can kind of darken up some spots, lighten up some of the others. I try to hit with the light spots on the parts that stick out the most. Just to give a couple extra textures and colors. So now, yeah, that's better. Looking pretty good. Now we'll go to half dirt, half grass. Fill in this kind of bottom area. Don't worry about getting it up on the wall because there's dirt everywhere. It's good. This thing will jump around sometimes, and you just gotta, not even worry about it. Just go with it. Mistakes happen. Just make it part of it. Like that right there. That was an accident. Oh well. Now that's going to be that dirt part right there. Just don't worry about it. Make it look like you meant to do it. Alright. Just gotta make some of these spots look like they got dirt and stuff. It's pretty good. Oh, I forgot about this side over here. I gotta do this. Let me fix this real quick. Put this cliff rock stuff on. Change that. There we go. Change that from field color to where it looks like actual rock. I have to edit the edge of this field too, so I'm not right up against this cliff. Give me a little runner edge around it. Now something I want to know is, does the little roller make the grass grow back again? Because I've kind of been scared to use it because I didn't want to mess something up. So if somebody knows what the roller does, if that'll fix my grass, please let me know in the comments. It would be a big help. Because I have some areas that I'd like to grow grass back in again. But I didn't know if the roller just smoothed everything out like the sculpting tool does, or if it'll actually bring the back to growing grass. Because if it'll bring it back to growing grass, that'd be cool. Fix all this, add some dirt into some of these darker areas, just to give the cliff more depth. Looking pretty good. I'm digging it. Don't want to get rid of all the rocks on the ground because I want to make it look like some of it's just falling down there. the edge of the top. Take out some of that grass. Looks pretty good. So now let's do the square and add up. Bring this back up. Go back to full grass. Where's that one at? There it is. Huh? There it is. Okay. Run a straight line down here. The shadow's throwing me off. So I gotta make sure I keep the line straight on the right side. Okay. It's looking good. It's a smaller field than I had planned on getting, but hopefully I should be able to plant some wheat there. If I can just plant that there and just keep the chickens going, that'll be fine. So I got another field I can grow oats in for the horses. I think the sheep just need grass and hay. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to check on the animal things on that. Alright, so now what am I? Oh, I'm ready to put roads in, so let's get the rest of the buildings put in. So let's put in the small horse, because I'm not going to have a lot of horses. I just want a few, because they take a lot of time. Let's see. Put this over here. I think I might put it in. I don't know. Spinning around trying to find a spot. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Every side's got something you need to be near. And it won't let me put it over here. That's groovy. And let me put it right there, but I don't want it there. So I guess it's going over here. Right there looks good, I guess. Boom. Alright. So now, let's go back. Oh, this is something I really want to put in here. Let's get into the sheds. Now this mod right here is really cool. I know you're like, why do you want this big, huge, honking shed over here? This is for much later. It's something I've got planned. And it's going to hopefully be pretty cool. So this is just here for now. I would just want to go ahead and get it placed. And I can deal with that later. Alright. So is there any room for any other sheds? It does not look like it. Can't do that over there. That's... looks like the only place I can go is over here, and I don't want it there. So if I turn it this way and place it, I know it's going to change the landscaping that I just did. So, no. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait till another mod comes out, or go through the mods and find something else that'll look better. Alright. So now, let's add the road. So I'm going to switch over to the double grass. Half grass, half dirt. Where's that at? Right there. Now, I usually do my roads. I'll drive across wherever it is and then go back and edit where the roads are in the areas that I drive. But for right here, I know I'm going to have like a main drive in, so I'm just going to go ahead and do this. And then if I have any extra stuff that I do, I'll drive it out. Use some of the other ones later. I'm digging that. It's a pretty simple little road. Comes right up, curves around. Alright, so let's extend this concrete from the shed out. I think that's it. Yep, cool. Let's bring that out about right there. Nice little square pad, rectangle pad. Edge that out. Oh, look at that. It won't let me do that one little edge. So if I press it down here, what's it going to do? It's going to make it come out further. Yep, so I have to go further out. Good times. Alright, so I'll edge that out. Oh, looks like I'm putting an extra additional pad here too, because that jumped the last second. So, like I said, if it becomes a mistake, make it part of it. Alright, so That looks pretty cool. Now we'll go to the just solid dirt. Take out the center of this road to make it look like it's been worn out. Just do it kind of all wiggly and irregular. That looks pretty cool. Grass is growing around the edges, but not right down through the center. There we go. I'll make this look like vehicles have been coming in and out of here for a while. Back to the half grass and do tiny little bits of spots, just, you know, they grow around through the center of the road and stuff like that. Just little spots are growing, little divots, just to make it look like it's not perfectly cleaned out. More like it's been growing instead of been designed. So there we go. That's pretty cool. Let's see what we're gonna do. Now let's add all the little like paths in between the things to make it look like you've got years of vehicles and walking in between all of the pins. Not along the edges where the animals have ate the grass and just stuff's worn out. Cool. Add that in. Back over there. Doesn't have to be perfect because you want it to make it look like it's grown back over and been pushed down. All that bits. It's looking pretty good. It's getting there. Still got a little bit more to do. Put some trees in. Some extra stuff like that. I get crazy when I start putting the trees in. That's where I can start throwing some cash. So I'm just like, happy little tree, happy little tree. Alright. This is looking pretty good. I'm digging this the way that this is looking already. Some more wear over here. That. More there. Beautiful. Come down this edge. I'm digging it. It's looking pretty good. Alright. Fill in a little bit more bits. Some small growth. Just fill in the little divots and things like that. Just so it doesn't look like it has so many hard edges and stuff like that. Oh, let me finish this up over here that I forgot to do. So yeah, I just wander all around. Jump from part to part. I want to get all this painting done before I put the trees in. So trees I like to keep as like the last part. It's like the final touch. Just add in some dirt stuff along this cliff. Make the bottom of this look like I got rocks falling and stuff. Don't want to go too much. I do want to edit this up a little bit. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like the way that's looking. Yep. Same thing on this side. Pretty groovy. Cool. Change some of this up. Too much green. Get a little more dirt on this side. Alright. That's a little bit more natural looking. Getting that in. I'm really digging the way that this is looking. It's actually a lot. Oh, look at that. Oh well, that's part of it now. So, can I change that? Let's see what happens if I do dark. That's not too bad. Don't want to go crazy with it, but fill in some of those darker areas. Oh, that's not right. That just looks like spray paint. Let's go back and fix that. That's better. Okay, so I think I am at the point where I can plant trees. No, let's go ahead and edit this road a little bit more with the sculpting tool first. See if I can take out that ripple. Now that I know where the road is, I'll smooth it to the road. That should help. That's looking a lot better. It's not so much of a kind of bumpy bump right there. This one spot right here's kind of got it in there, but maybe you won't notice it as much when you're driving on it. Okay, it's looking pretty good. Got it all hit with the smoother. Make sure I can get down over here. That's important. Still got a good bit of money left, so not doing too bad. Alright, so now let's start doing trees. Start off with the birch, and I'm just going to start just throwing these wherever it just looks like I think I need one. No real rhyme or reason, just as I see a place that kind of looks like it needs a tree, I'll put one down. That's pretty much how I do it. And I'm going to do multiple different types of trees. Alright, let's go to a bigger birch. Right there. And over here. Let's see. Something there, something there, a couple back here. It's looking nice. Alright, let's do a maple. Put one right there. Spread these out a few around all over the place. Like that. Well, I'm going to put the big beech tree right there. Yep, that looks good. Another one somewhere. Ooh, I need one over here by the horse pasture so they have some shade. Very nice. Let's see. Let's put one back here too. Just cuz. Just cuz we can. Alright, let's get into some spruce. Throw some other shapes in here. Fill that in. Come over here. A couple spots back there. I want to do some smaller ones too. Little baby trees. Aw. Okay. Now I get into some pines. And this should finish this out. Throw a few of these in. It's too bad we don't have any bushes yet, because I would like to have some of those to just tie in some of this other stuff. That one right there. Let's put a couple back here. Cool. And let's do one smaller one. See if put some of them in somewhere too. Yeah, cool. I think that's pretty much what I'm going to go with. The only thing I got to do now is add a little bit of a road right here between the two farms. so I can jump back and forth. Right there. Make it look like trucks have been coming in and out. Cool, cool, cool. Go to the half dirt, half grass, and add in some extra bits. Alright, I'm really pleased at how this is looking. This is coming out pretty good. At first I was kind of not so sure, but as it goes along, it starts to look pretty good. Just check, make sure there ain't any areas that I gotta go fix. Things looking well. Got the field over here. Groovy. Let's tour it. So jump in the tractor. Drive over there and see how it looks. Alright, so driving in is not too bad. There's no craziness to it. This hill looked a lot worse when I was doing it in landscaping. Not too bad. Everything seems to be in good looking condition. Got the chicken coop over here. Sheep shed. I don't like sheep, that's why I'm doing it. I don't like chickens either. That's why the only animals I like are cows, so I don't really... Well, I like horses too, but I just want a horse so I can ride it around. But I don't like sheep and I don't like chickens, so that's why I'll have them on my farm. I like cows, I think they're cool. I think everybody should have a cow. Alright, so let's take a look in here, because there is a lot of room. I really dig that, that's pretty cool. There's supposed to be lights in here too. There's a lot of room, it's going to be really cool for what I do later. I think this is the light switch. I don't know how it works. What's this thing? Oh, that lowers. Ah, I'm getting locked in. Run away! Alright. So, close that up. And get out of here. That's pretty cool. I'm really digging the way that this turned out. So as mods come out, I'll add extra stuff and little bits here and there. Just to add it up and fill in all the little empty areas that are empty so far. But I'm pleased with it. So I'm really going to want to have some fence or something along this back edge. Because I know I'll drive right off of it if I'm not paying attention. So when some fence mods come out, I'll add that in or whatever. Something later on. Like all my properties, they'll continuously evolve as stuff comes out. And newer things that are cool. But all in all, I am really digging how this turned out. Let's check this field. Yeah, that's not a bad size. It'll be good for wheat. Just for the chickens. Should be perfect. Maybe grow oats on 19 and 20, take care of the horses. We'll see how it works out. So, cool. And I still actually have a little bit of cash left over. So you know what that means. We can buy a new harvester. So let's put this away. And go in here. Nope. There we are. Down to harvesters. So I plan on buying the biggest one. Right there. The Arco. Or AGCO. AGCO? I don't know. But that's it. I'm going to call it the Black Pearl. I think it's awesome looking. It holds a little bit more than my other one did. That's pretty awesome looking. Black on black. Can't really paint it or anything. I can upgrade the engine, but I'm going to wait and do that. Because I'm really down low on cash. And so until I sell the other harvester, I won't upgrade the engine on this one yet. But I'm going to purchase it. There we go. And now the proud owner of the Black Pearl, a brand new harvester. Let's go pick it up. One of the things I really like about it is it has a folding pipe off the back, so I can park this thing and don't have a huge honking pipe sticking out of the shed. Because that was the problem with the John Deere. So this is pretty awesome. This takes up a huge chunk of space on the highway though. That's pretty cool. It looks awesome. And we're going to make a bunch of money with this. Alright, so we'll get this over here, get this parked. I still have my other harvester running. Let him finish up the fields, and then I'll sell that off. Because it's on its last legs as it is. Oh, almost wrecked it. Tank treads are a lot more sensitive. I'm going to scratch it all up. It's first day. I ain't even got it out on the field yet. Alright, so I think I'm at a good stopping point right here. Next video, I think we're going to add animals. We'll finish up the harvest, take care of all that stuff. So we're going to leave right here. Alright, well, this is Grey Witch. I hope this helps you out, and I'll see you next time. Peace!